Hey guys, I forgot to turn the mic off. Anyway, now the picture's on. Welcome everybody to Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. I am Chris Ryniak, and I'm looking in the wrong spot because I keep moving my camera. I'm Chris Ryniak, and it's you and it's me, and we're here for another episode. Episode number 42, which is, I will be turning 42 this year, so we're catching up. Oh, there we go. Now I have sound. I'm a moron. Okay. Welcome everybody. Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. This is episode number 42. Here's the... Boy, I totally messed everything up. Anyway, yeah, Kevin moved. He has a mug now. We're on episode 42. We're making all kinds of changes here. But welcome everybody. Camera's down here now. I'm going to keep looking up here and screwing everything up. But welcome to episode number 42. And you guys, I've been making a lot of changes to the layout and everything, and I think you're going to be pretty happy with what I've done. So we're going to have a super dynamic episode tonight. And welcome to the whole Critter crew. I am so sorry that I messed up the audio. But off to a bad start, but it's going to get awesome. So I'm going to wait a little while before I show off too much of the new stuff. But I want to know how you guys are doing. Hopefully you've had a good week. This week has been very strange around here. It got to be almost 60 degrees in Ohio today. So everything smells like dog poop and rotted leaves. And Ethan, you know what? You are right. It is Kaiju night. Actually, to be more specific, just get ready for this, guys. It's Kaiju time. So, hopefully you guys can see this. Like I said, we had major updates to the stream tonight. So, I wanted to make it nice and bombastic. So, yeah, so officially it's no longer Kaiju Thursday, it's going to be Kaiju time. So Thursday is Kaiju time. So I made a fancy graphic for it and everything. So, there we go. Hopefully that was okay. Was that too loud? I hope it wasn't too loud, everybody. Yeah, I've been messing around a little bit in OBS, and I've been learning some fun stuff. I'm gonna do this again just because it looks so good. It looks like a TV show now. So working on a couple other things for the show. It's gonna take a little bit of time. I can't do everything at once, but I'm pretty proud of that one. So I stole those flames from the internet. I'm pretty sure they look like Studio Ghibli flames, but I'm not complaining about that at all. So, hey Derek, welcome. I'm glad you were here to see that. I'm glad you didn't get to see me screw up the microphone. All right, so yes, it is Kaiju time. So I'm going to draw a Kaiju. Yes, we're getting all kinds of fancy upgrades. I do it for you guys, really. I really do. And I'm going to keep looking in the wrong place for the camera. Okay, so here's the reason why I moved the camera. The camera used to be up further, and I moved my lights in because I was having lighting issues. So I have to get a cross light, and the reason for that is so that my shadows don't obscure the drawing. So if I get a light coming from this way, it knocks out the shadow, and if I get a light coming from this way, it just cancels each other out. Oh, anyway, sorry, Derek. Have good luck at your meeting. So I had to move the lights, but what it was doing was it was putting a huge glare on the camera up there, so I had to move it down here. So, oh, awesome, BFS obsessed. I'm glad you're wearing your goth ponycorn shirt. I gotta make some Kaiju shirts. I really do. So, okay, I think I'm gonna get into it. I tried to do a little bit different Kaiju tonight. Oh yeah, everybody say hello to Josiel. He hasn't been here in a while, and he's a fantastic artist if you don't know his work. So, Kaiju shirts are definitely in order. So, guys, I made another upgrade specifically for this one. You ready?
Hi, guys.
There she is. Is she?
In your new system, do you have a place for a drink?
I do.
Okay.
Look.
Very nice.
There it is, everybody. I figured, I can't show my work when I'm talking about Amanda.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
It's true.
Thank you.
But I like you so much. You deserve. I'm gonna do it again, just so everybody can see it. There it is. I might have to fix the verbiage a little bit, but there you go. I told you, man. All kinds of updates to the show.
Been busy.
I have been busy, and another update. So I had to assemble these PDF sketchbooks for one of my levels on Patreon, and I realized that every single kaiju drawing that I've done in the past 6 months was looking the same direction.
Oh.
They were all looking to the left.
Well.
So, what's up, Jamie? No, I'm not gonna be tagging this wall. I'm not a graffiti artist. I don't step into that realm because I know I'm not good enough. But yeah, maybe I gotta get some graffiti artists in here to tag as well. Little tiny graffiti artists. Change it to, look, it's Amanda. No, I like the Amanda sighting because she's like elusive, like Bigfoot.
I feel like you don't even need it to say anything.
It's just him popping up.
It could just be Pipsqueak. You know what? I can't get the stream to run at all.
What?
It's going for a while. I mean, you are taking the lion's share of the bandwidth. So.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe you can just...
It's okay.
You can just look over you can look over here and see what's happening live.
I'm going to take my quality all the way down to 160 pixels.
Oh my...
So it might look like clam chowder on the screen, but that's okay.
Hannah, what is a snurfer board? Are you talking about an actual surfboard?
I like snurfer board.
I don't know what a snurfer board is. Maybe I'm missing out on something. Knowing Hannah, it's probably something awesomely obscure that we should all know about.
We will.
Is it Harry Potter related? Steve would know about it. I don't know what a snurfer board is. 511 followers. That's right. We're inching up. Oh, and I uploaded. If you guys missed some of the the predecessor to the snowboard.
Snow surfboard.
So is that like the ones that they're sort of shaped like this? Wait, they're sort of shaped like this. Is that it? Is that the right thing? No bindings in a string. Ozako. Hopefully I'm Oskazo. But I totally screwed that up.
Close.
Welcome, by the way. Hopefully I wasn't screwing that. I'm like the king of messing up everybody's screen names, so...
I feel like we need like a little chart.
But welcome. Hey, whatever happened to Piegasus? I missed Piegasus. I just missed saying it.
For a while.
I just missed saying the name. That sounds awesomely dangerous. No bindings in a string. I used to take the trucks off of my skateboard during the winter and ride it down the snow hill.
That also sounds...
It was... I wiped out a lot. What was I just saying? Never mind. Did you get the stream to work over there?
I'm just looking at the chat right now.
Okay.
I mean, you're sitting...
It's true. You get to see it. You get to see it for real. Yeah, Twitch can be dumb sometimes. I mean, Twitch not itself, but I think the connections. I think we're asking a lot of the internet. I think it's a miracle that it works at all. Amanda and I always say, like, because we airdrop files back and forth to each other, we always say that it's the future. Like we're one step away from like Minority Report, where you just grab it and swipe it in the direction that you want it to go.
Well, we get so annoyed, like, oh, it's taking so long. And
yeah.
It's like, well, think about what you're at. It's going through the air.
Right. Oh, got your ticket to the Dark Crystal. That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I wonder if it's going to be playing around here on the big screen.
I don't know.
I actually saw it in the theater when it came out. All those many thousands of years ago.
It's playing at the Cinemark in February.
What? Maybe
Yeah.
we should go see it. We can go see Landstriders 50 feet tall.
At the Cinemark.
It'd be worth it just to see the Gartham that big,
Yeah.
honestly.
Don't we have some gift certificates?
We totally have gift certificates to Cinemark, so we could totally go. All right, you guys. I was talking. If you guys were early in the stream, I was sharing a very funny video of a little parrot, or it was a lorikeet maybe, stomping around. Fraggle Rock is 35 years old. That's crazy.
Oh God.
So I don't know how. Oh, okay. So I was singing a song the other day, and Amanda didn't know what song it was, and it was Crazy by who was it? It's an old country tune. It's Gonna Drive Me Nuts by Patsy Cline.
Oh right.
So, and I just left it out. I looked it up, and so I looked up the song Crazy, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of songs called Crazy. And then I played the song by Beyonce, Crazy in Love. And then Amanda promptly sent me this GIF that is now going to become permanent as our show. You guys ready? It's part of the show now. Ready? It's the best. There you go. That you can thank Amanda for that.
It's my favorite.
Hopefully you guys heard the music. Tell me if the music came through okay.
He is fierce.
He is. Like Behance.
Behance.
Behance. Check me out on Behance. Oh, you mean this? So good. Guys, that gift gets used to cheer you up. That's what it gets used for. Look at him. So I think that's all of the upgrades that I made. And I fixed Kevin's cup. I'm gonna do a test so you guys can see what happens and how big the bits actually are now. So nobody that John donated. That's actually me. I'm just doing a test. But yeah, so there you go. All the upgrades to the show. They're all working. And I really should have been using my time to do something more constructive today.
It is okay.
But we're actually working on one more thing. And then I think I gotta not do anything else for the show. I think me making artwork for the show is enough. But I've got it down so that no, Complain only got upgraded to I have a hotkey for it, so I can turn it on and off like crazy.
That's pretty good though.
So that's pretty good. So I know all these are on hotkeys. It's going crazy. So, yeah, I've got it down. Hopefully, I remember what they all are. I don't want to have all of my number keys be hotkeys for stupid animations.
Just there's like the entire keyboard.
Yeah. So if you guys are just my overlay list is pretty long, and I have multiple scenes too. So I'm learning it. I was just goofing off with it today. And I learned a bunch of new stuff. So if you're just joining, and you haven't seen, it's Kaiju time, guys. I'm going to use this thing as much as I possibly can today. Every 5 minutes, I'm going to be reminding you that it's Kaiju time. I saw somebody had a keyboard specifically made, and it had like maybe 6 keys on it. Like they had a custom keyboard made just for hotkeys for using ZBrush. And I think you can customize those for anything, really. But if I was doing this full time, if this is all I was doing, I would totally have a keyboard with just like 20 keys on it, just for Twitch. Oh, thank you so much, Hannah. There's a couple more things I want to do. I'm not sure if it's a bat keyboard. I'd have to look it up. It was on Colus's Instagram. Colus, Colus. Who's an awesome toy designer, by the way. Yeah, he was showing off his fancy new keyboard. So Amanda and I, we went and looked at fancy coffee makers and fancy cookware today.
Can we ask people what they use to make coffee? Like coffee
Yes.
drinkers? I gotta specify, I'm not talking about people who put a lot of flavors in their coffee. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's fine. You do you. It's more that we just put cream in our coffee, and so the coffee itself has to taste really good. Yes. So, how do you make coffee, and what kind of coffee do you get? Go.
If you're a coffee drinker. Yeah. You don't load it up. If you don't go to Starbucks, if you make coffee at home, you consider yourself not a coffee purist, but
if you like coffee without like a lot of extra stuff in it. Again, nothing wrong with that. It's just not our style of coffee drinking.
Right. We're just trying to take a tally here.
You know, there was a time where I'd be a total jerk about that. Like, oh, why would you ever put all that stuff in here? But now I'm just like, you know what? Life is hard sometimes, and if you like coffee with flavored creamer in it, just do it. That's great.
Right. Oh, Hannah says she likes Folgers. You know,
that's old school, Hannah.
Somebody's got to keep Folgers in business, and you know. What did you call that? Hot and brown?
Hot and brown, but you know what? Again, see, Ethan, I'm with you. There's something about Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I really like, and it's not very good coffee.
But they're not. Well, but it's drip coffee. I think that's.
But there's something about it that's really appealing to me, and I really enjoy it.
That's the one thing we haven't tried yet is drip coffee.
It's true. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What do you call a dog with no legs?
I don't know. This is a new person, too, by the way. Oh, thanks for the cupcakes, Shuby. There they go.
And Kevin's got a cup full of cupcakes. That's good.
Oh, that's pretty
Awesome.
good. That's pretty good. You know what? I have something for you.
It's good. It's good.
That's pretty good. You know, we need more stupid dad jokes, uncle jokes, bad puns. We need them all.
So, Hannah, the best part of waking up, that jingle for Folgers.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I thought I was super clever because I had changed the name, the words to it.
What'd you say?
The best part of waking up is boogers in your butt.
I love that you still laugh at that.
Because it's so stupid.
As an adult.
I was like 7, but still.
Hey, that's pretty clever. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh. That's pretty good. See, that's what we need. We need family-friendly, stupid dad jokes. As many as we can get. They gotta be family-friendly to everyone, but still make you groan and make you upset that you didn't come up with it.
Pop quiz.
Yes.
In the Folgers commercial, the holiday one.
Okay.
Where the guy comes back home and no one's awake, so he brews the Folgers and awake. Okay,
yeah.
pop quiz. What's his name?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. Tim?
No, someone.
Tim Folgers.
Don't look. No looking. That's not allowed. I remember for some reason.
Tim Folgers.
It's not Tim Horton. Someone's got to know. I'll be so excited. You can't cheat though. Someone has to know.
Somebody's cheating already.
Don't cheat.
All you have to do on the internet is ask a question and somebody already starts Googling it.
I know, but don't do it this time.
Anybody?
Be honest.
Anybody?
I'll wait. It's okay. Rack your brains.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Oh, that's good too.
That's really good. I'm gonna be doing this all night. That's a really good poem, too. It looks like nobody knows the answer to that question.
Does nobody know? No one knows.
Dan, Steve?
I'm pretty sure it's Peter.
Peter?
Because doesn't the mom, like, come downstairs and she goes,
"Oh, Peter!"
I'm going to have to watch it just to make sure.
It sounds right. That sounds right.
Let's see.
You'll have to tell us.
Folgers commercial Peter.
Brian? Kesha says Brian, question mark?
That's a really obscure...
Yeah, you might not
Peter.
find it.
Yeah,
it's Peter. Good
Peter.
job. Wow, well
Christmas.
done. Well done. Well, speaking of old commercials, Amanda showed me, and you guys might have seen this if you're on Twitter at all, the old Wendy's training videos.
Oh my god.
So tell us about hot chili.
It can be served with cheese.
With cheese.
I gotta find some links for everybody.
They're amazing, and hopefully at least some of you guys saw them. They were. Oh, geez, you got so many good ones, Black Gunner.
Gotta find them. Hold up. Doing it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen these, they're amazing. They reminded me of when my last job, I had to watch a training video about how to use the voicemail system in the building, and it was so outdated and so ridiculous. But the people in the video were really taking it seriously.
Like about transferring calls and stuff?
Yeah, like, you mean I can transfer a call? Yeah, it's easy. Just hit these 15 buttons in this succession. Oh, thanks, D'Artagnan. Yeah, I didn't figure out his feet ahead of time, so you're watching it live. You're watching it happen live.
Man, I got the slowest internet on the planet right now.
Sorry about that.
That's hyperbole. I know I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's the slowest on the planet. I think it's slightly slower than it usually is.
Here, I got a link for everybody.
Okay.
I highly recommend you start with either the chili one or hot drinks.
Hot drinks. That one's really good too. Really pay attention to the production quality of these.
It's pretty high. Because it's not satire.
It's super high. It's very dated, but that's the charm of this. So we're not telling you it's good. We're telling you it's gold.
All right. Remember when I was sure that my cup had a crack in it?
Yeah.
Because every time
Did you find it?
There's rings all over the place.
Is there a crack? Or you just have a drinking problem?
Well, here's the thing. I made really, really sure that my cup was completely dry on the bottom.
Okay. So maybe it's got a crack.
It's like leaking.
Wait, are those the aforementioned thinnest cups on the planet that when I look at them too hard, they're going to shatter?
They're pretty thin. They might be cracked.
I think they're probably cracked.
Oh, snap. That's totally cracked.
Yeah, maybe you should put that in a different cup.
I'm going to go get a different cup.
It doesn't help that we have, we're putting them on, stone and metal coasters.
I just show up. I don't know if you can see how thin these are. Where's your camera now? Oh. I don't know if you can see how thin these things are.
Look how thin that is.
It's
You're playing with fire
I
there.
know. Okay, so there is a crack in it. Oops.
Yeah. She's been drinking, guys. The Sizzler training videos. I've never actually been to a Sizzler. We didn't have those by us. Yeah, those Wendy's training videos are amazing. And there's a whole bunch of them too. And there's one where the guy's cooking the he's showing you how to cook the patties on the grill, and he's got a solid gold spatula, and he's doing the 1980s rap. It's so bad, but it's awesome. When I get a chance, Kesha, I'll have to watch the Sizzler video.
I found its identical twin, which is not cracked.
It will be, though. Just keep it away from me.
It literally had a cartoon-shaped crack in the bottom.
If you asked a kid to draw a crack, that's what you get.
That's totally what it looks like.
Great salad bar at the Sizzler. You know who else had? Did you guys have Ponderosa?
Yes. Sorry. That was the buffet of my childhood.
Ponderosa had a really good salad bar
too. That whippy pink dessert stuff. God only knows what it was.
I had to throw the parrot in there. I don't know why. I think anytime I use the word crazy, maybe it'll come up. Best free cheese toast at Sizzler. That sounds
cheese toast.
That sounds amazing. What did we have for dinner? Well, we had chicken and
tacos.
We had chicken and cilantro lime rice tacos with avocado, and I think that was it.
It was a simple dinner.
It was a simple dinner, but it was really good. We braved. So we had a bit of a heat wave here, and it went up to near 60. So everybody in the whole world was out. But we went to Trader Joe's, and we bought tortillas. And then we're like, we need to leave because it was so crowded. It was making me full of anxiety. So
yeah, that was a very.
We spent $3 at Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, we got 3 things though, which is pretty good actually.
I like Trader Joe's. I like things about Trader Joe's, but there's things I hate about Trader Joe's.
It's too small.
It's way too cramped in there.
I feel like they encourage people to be obnoxious in there too, stand around and talk to your neighbors and enrich your kids with the tiny carts. That's great, but it's not great. Don't do that.
I was waiting for the tiny cart comment.
Just shop and leave.
Yeah, in a store that small, I don't think you can give kids who will give you a hard time about putting their shoes on. You can't give them faculty over their own small vehicle. I'm sorry. That's not. I don't think that's a good idea. All right, you guys said it. You guys said crazy.
Oh, that's okay, man. I'm sorry about your arms and hands. That stinks.
Oh no.
Well,
it's okay. You know.
You need one of those programs that can
yeah.
Dictate. Oh, can you use your phone? Can you use the dictation?
Yeah, there you go. Dictate into your phone.
And we'll have a laugh at how bad the dictation is.
I love doing that just for stupid things like set a timer for 4 minutes. That's the only time I ever remember to use this stupid thing.
Okay.
4
minutes and counting.
Got it. So Amanda had the best. Was it you? Yeah, it was you. She had the best calling something by the wrong name the other day.
Oh no, I don't remember this.
You ready?
I don't remember this.
You ready for it? Willy Chocolate in the Taco Factory.
I wasn't drunk. I swear to God.
Oh.
I don't know why that.
Now I want to see that movie.
Willy Chocolate.
Willy Chocolate in the Taco Factory.
That's the 1980s Mexican variant. I have no idea.
It was made in rural Spain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that Willy Chocolate? And the Taco Factory?
Kesha asks if you're going to the Wayward Retreat.
Not this year. I'm actually gonna step aside and let a bunch of new ladies go.
There you go.
Because they often have repeat people, and I really got a lot out of it, and I feel like I want other people to get a lot out of it too. So this time, I'm just gonna let other people go.
You know that, and we have a lot of travel coming up as well.
We do.
So, we just booked our first tickets of the year the other day.
Whoop. Yeah, Ethan, it's like the Turkish Star Wars.
Oh, the Turkish Star Wars is the best knockoff movie I've ever seen in my life. You guys gotta watch it if you get a chance.
It's pretty good.
Oh, what's that? Feeling a little crazy?
A little bit, yeah.
So we are going to Central Florida because Amanda's parents moved there, and we haven't seen them in many, many months. So we are going to go visit them. in their swanky retirement village.
Yeah.
It's more than a village. It's like a county.
It's like 3 counties worth.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They're having a good time.
So we're gonna go there, and then and oddly enough, my parents are gonna be down there at the same time, so we might see them at some point maybe. But we might try to take a day and go over to Disney. But it'll be nice to escape everything smelling like wet cigarette butts and dog poop.
Yeah, that'll be gross.
That's kind of how it is here when all the snow melts.
It's actually warming up a bit in Florida. Yes, it's totally where everyone drives around in golf carts.
Yes.
My parents just got one. It's brand new. It's very swanky.
Well, thank you, Azeli Cat. I appreciate it. It's good to get an affirmation once in a while. I always feel like, does anybody care what I'm actually doing? They're just here to listen to me, like waiting for me to talk about bubbling baby and toilets.
Yeah.
And about what music I don't like.
I mean, these are also reasons.
Oh boy. Hey, I found your art on Google looking for reference and it really inspired me, but do you have any advice on how to start off in the cartoon monster type? I think it's a really broad spectrum, making cartoon monsters. I think it depends what you want to do. Like, are you looking to just make monsters, or are you looking to like make a narrative with the monsters? Like, because that actually does make a difference. So, like, you have to be able to here. You know, I'm gonna show you an example. So, if you make a character that just has like a gumdrop shape. So he's shaped like this, right? He has little feet, and he has eyes and a mouth. If he's got little arms like this, he's not going to be able to do very much. So if he has to have some sort of, if he has to be, like throwing a ball or running or something like that, it's going to be really difficult to pull that off. Not impossible, but you're going to really have to figure out how to stylize that to make it work within that style. So I have several types of characters. I have ones that actually have heads and necks. So I have ones that I call those keyhole shapes. And I have ones that are sort of shaped like that. But that's one consideration. Like what do you want them to do? Do you want them to be scary? Do you want them to be friendly? Then that's another consideration. They should be smiling. Their teeth shouldn't be super sharp if you want them to be friendly. They should be more like rounded. Depends on how intentful do you want them to be. Do you want them to show a lot of emotion? Because if you have them with like big black eyes like this, you're not going to have a lot of emotion. But if you start putting in things like eyebrows, like he already looks happier, or if you want him to have a lot of intent, you give him pupils and the eyebrows like this. So there's a lot of things to consider. It kind of depends on what you're trying to convey with the character. So those are just a few considerations. So hopefully that helps. I intended at first creepy or gross yet cute. I don't know. So cute, always think about like baby proportions. So the reason why we always look at things and go, "Aw," is because there's proportions that work with that. So like take for example, if you're drawing a hand, like an adult hand like this, right? And then if you draw a hand that's got stumpier fingers and less fingers, it's automatically a little bit cuter. And then if you round it out, it's a little bit cuter. So it's the same thing with heads. So if you draw, I'm really bad at drawing on the fly. If you draw like an adult human, there's nothing cute about it. But if you make the eyes really big and really shiny, they don't have to be shiny. And make the mouth really small, make the body small, like super tiny. the proportions change completely, and that makes it. That's how you convey cute. So just by the proportions, you can make it cute, but then you can make all the details kind of grotesque if you wanted to. So take any character, something that's like already pretty gross, like a zombie or something, and then just apply those proportions to it, and it'll automatically be cuter. So there's science behind this, guys. There you go. That was a good question, by the way. It wasn't the normal, what inspires you? I have a question, you guys. You guys know how I feel about Christmas. It has nothing to do with Christmas itself.
Oh, man,
Christmas
we're still doing this?
Christmas is fine. It's just my life has sort of made me stressed out by Christmas. However, everybody in our neighborhood, I realize it's the 11th day of January.
And to be fair, some people celebrate Orthodox Christmas.
It's true, but there are so many Christmas lights up still, guys.
But you have to understand, it's been like 5 degrees outside.
I don't care.
It's been really cold.
Yeah, but like you said, you could just turn them off.
That is a truth.
Christmas is over. I always say like January 1. Oh, January 2. Christmas is over.
You know,
right?
Not everyone has those standards.
Right, guys?
Some people
guys?
really like
I'm right,
Christmas.
right.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, but then it's over. Okay, I'll agree with you that it's the most wonderful time of the year. But it's over.
By the way.
Oh, no problem for the advice. That's what I'm here for, to talk. It's nice to actually have been asked a question about art. Good. January 6th. Sharptooth Snail says, my philosophy, January 6th is the cutoff. No more lights after Epiphany. That's great. That's the cutoff. That's it. And welcome, Sharptooth Snail. I'm not sure if I've seen you in here before. If I have, I'm sorry. If I haven't, welcome again. Yeah, we took ours down on the second day, right? We took our tree down.
You know what? That light post still has greenery on it.
Yeah, well, you know who put that up? Not me. I didn't decorate that pole. I don't decorate outside. That's my policy.
Yeah, D'Artagnan, the first weekend after New Year's, we were like, we're done. You know what, though? We did leave those little lights up, though. The pine needles.
Yeah, because I feel like they just look like
they're seasonal without being holiday.
They're sort of rustic. They're like rustic, like pine boughs with Christmas lights in them. They don't feel like Christmas. I feel like you could leave those up all year round.
You're giving yourself a little more.
Listen, everybody's wrong, unless I decide they're not. That's not true. That's not true. Yeah, everybody, welcome Sharptooth Snail.
Chris has opinions.
I don't have opinions. I just have things that I'm not wrong about. And another thing, guys. Oh, okay, wait. Kesha says, I have an actual art question. How with this particular kaiju do you determine the shadows since his neck is twisted? Well, the light is coming from this direction. So the light will hit underneath here. And the light will still hit the back of his head and underneath his jaw. So that's how I'm determining the shadows. So I determine in his eyes. That's how I determine which way the light's coming from. So were you just singing in your eyes?
Yeah, sure was.
In your eyes. Don't make me do the Swahili part. So everything on this side will be in shadow, and especially underneath his neck here will be pretty dark because there's no light getting there from his neck. So, girl asleep. Hello, I am late, but I have 20 minutes before returning to work. I'm glad to catch some of this, Chris.
Welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Welcome. I have also, pardon my bad memory. Have you been here before? If you haven't, welcome. If you have, I'm sorry for my bad memory, and welcome back.
I mean, it's like there's one of you and many of you.
Yeah, it's like being a teacher. Like, it's easy for the kids to remember the teacher's name, but it's hard for you, the teacher, to remember all the kids' names. So
Chris is good at teaching because he was a teacher after college.
Girl Asleep says, hello, Amanda.
Hi.
Oh, the other thing that I was going to complain about, I have a minor complaint. So we always walk around our neighborhood, and I think it's just because for me it makes me super uncomfortable. Like I could never do it in my house. People, they sit in their living room and watch TV, and they don't have any curtains. Like it's just like a TV into their house watching them.
I totally get to like see everybody's house.
It's so creepy. Like I think about that. I think about myself standing outside their house while I'm walking by, watching whatever they're watching, and
no, dude, I love.
They can't feel me lurking there. Yeah, well, you love being, but you don't want to have people do that to you.
No way, we have curtains.
Yeah, we close our curtains, man. I don't get it. Oh, Kesha, I'm glad that you watched the Barbie episode of Toys That Made Us. That was a really interesting episode, wasn't it?
Did you notice that the one woman that kept talking had like a weird, like deflated nude doll of herself draped over a chair in the background?
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that? I kept looking at it thinking like, that can't be what it is.
And it was totally that, huh?
I don't know. It was weird. See? Right. I don't want people looking in, but I like looking in there.
Yeah, like when we moved, we had to sleep in this studio once, and we put up like towels and blankets over the windows just for that one night. You know why? Because aliens can look in at night.
True.
You crazy? That's awesome, Ethan. He would change. He said when I was a kid, I would take the cable box remote and change people's channels so they didn't have curtains.
Devious. I love it.
That's sort of like my dad and I used to walk around parking garages with our key fob and hit the trunk button until somebody's trunk would open, and it totally worked. Once in a while. I think it happened twice. But, yeah, I can't deal with it, like, not closing the curtains. If the curtains are open just a crack, I freak out.
I know, you're a little over
well,
it.
I always remember, like the police lineup thing, like, it's light in there and dark in the room for the person, like, you know, identifying the criminals.
Yeah.
And they can't see you, but you can see them plain as day. So, yeah, I always think of that. Bodie H says, "Hey Chris, what are your hot tips for not getting bubbles in my resin casts?" First of all, pressure cast them. That'd be my first tip. My second tip is, do you have a pressure pot? That's my first question. Use longer setting resin, like 326, and I think there's even some longer setting, way longer setting resin. Also, if you don't have a pressure pot, you can use like I've heard of people putting them like on their dryer and turning the dryer on, and that way it shakes the bubbles out. Also, make sure you stir without stirring up too many bubbles, and make sure you have lots of vents in your mold. So, like if you have a mold like this, and your piece is like this, and you only have like one vent here, I would suggest putting several. Like if your pour spout is here, I would put more vents in. Probably smaller than that, just places for the air to get out. So, yeah. So if you, they actually make things. There's something called a vibrating table, and I think I think dentists use it, and those vibrate quite a bit. Actually, it's like a little pad that you can put it on, and it actually shakes the bubbles so they get up to the top. But
I used to use a really heavy duty back massager.
Oh, that'll
like
work
those
too.
Heavy ones that look like a club.
Yeah.
Just like put it on a table, and then it makes a really loud racket. But like, put the massager right on the table next
and it
to
works.
it, and it shakes the whole table.
Also, I'd get yourself a longer setting resin. What type of resin are you using? That'd be. But I would say if you're gonna cast a lot of resin, I would seriously look into getting a pressure pot.
It'll make your life so much easier.
Yes.
Way less sanding of bubbles.
Yes. Just be careful with it. Make sure you clamp it closed completely. Make sure you don't set it above 50 psi.
Yeah, never, ever, ever.
Never, ever set it above 50 psi. You don't need to.
Actually, don't you really only need to go to like 35?
I think 45 I think depending on the resin.
Okay, like some are thicker than others.
Yeah. Easy cast. I don't know what easy cast is. Let me look this up. I wonder if that's like consumer grade. What if that's the stuff from like... Oh yeah, that's the stuff from like the craft store.
So is it like the coating epoxy?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Because I know that stuff may or may not be the kind that like you can't really do more than a half inch at a time, or else it won't really cure inside.
Oh, Buddy says they are in Australia.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
That's hard.
There's got to be somebody that sells resin over there. I mean, especially, like, even if you get it from, like, New Zealand or something, like, I'd imagine Weta has to use tons of stuff. So, like, where are they getting it from? Unless they have their own manufacturers. Yeah, I just... You know what? I will do some research and see, and maybe next time maybe I can help. I don't know, because I don't know anything about what's available in Australia. Because we get everything from local places here. Like, we use almost exclusively Smooth On and Polytech, but those are very local to us. Oh man, thank you, Bill Duran, Punished Props, for hosting us. So, that's awesome. What are we up to right now?
Hold on.
Okay. Because I can't see it for some crazy reason still.
19.
Awesome. Oh, no problem. Yeah, sorry that, I mean, it's very different in different countries. I mean, different countries have different regulations for their resins and chemicals and stuff. Looks like Amanda found a link for you that sells stuff. Kesha, no, I don't freak out about closet doors. For some reason.
I'm trying to find something at Barnes that's like comparable to what we use.
Is that like a pretty big supplier over there? Or they look like...
Yeah, it looks like it. Is that where you got the Easy Cast?
Yeah, because Easy Cast is like a pretty low consumer grade resin here.
But Barnes has one called Easy Cast.
I wonder if it's different.
This is polyurethane.
Does it have does it have like a number? Like a shore number or anything?
It says, see, given the description, that doesn't really sound right. I'll look.
Oh, he said the Easy Cast he got set's white.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you're a male or a female. I keep saying he. Sorry. Yeah, I suppose they can call things different things in different countries, different regions. Okay, cool. Good, I was right.
What were you right about?
I kept calling him a he,
okay.
Not knowing. I've been wrong before. It's like going up to somebody's baby and being like, "Oh, he's such a cute baby." Oh, it's a girl.
Right.
I do that to dogs all the time. All dogs are he's to me. I don't know why. Even though every single dog that I've had is a female. I'm not calling him Prince John. That's all you. So Kesho asks where the inspiration of King of the Throne came from.
Yeah.
I was trying to draw a character that was similar to the marshmallow character that I drew a few weeks back, and for some reason that just popped into my head, and I thought it was funny, and I actually asked Amanda, I'm like, am I going too far with this, drawing a guy sitting on a toilet? And she thought it was funny, so...
but again, boogers in your butt.
Again, boogers in... Yeah, I mean, I have a childish sense of humor, but, I mean, like, everybody poops. Well, most people poop.
You should.
Some people can't, and I'm sorry if you can't. But, you know, it's a...
I mean, if you can, you should.
It's okay to joke about it, I suppose. I mean, there was a poop emoji, for Pete's sake. So, I don't know, I just thought it was funny. That's all. Yeah, I've actually been having a bit of a for the first time in a long time, I've been having a bit of a hard time coming up with stuff to draw. Not, you know, that's actually not entirely true. I've just been having a hard time lately, and I think it's I kind of took a break for a little while, and I mean, let's face it, I do stuff every single day, and it's hard to keep up. I mean, I've been doing this since I've been posting these drawings every day since 2011, and sometimes it doesn't. The drawings feel dumb, and they don't feel like it doesn't feel like the idea is good enough, and like today, I just gave up. I totally gave up, which is kind of unlike me. I do it once in a while, but there's really no reason for things to be difficult. Like, I'm fine. Like I'm a little overwhelmed with some things, but I'm literally fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my brain. So, there you go. Hannah says, so I'm looking at my original lava lamp from the 60s, and I'm curious, what's everyone's favorite piece in their house? Maybe it will inspire Chris. Piece like of furniture, or... What do you mean? Let's see, would I ever take a month off or more? So in December, I took a lot of time off. And I think I just got really itchy to do more stuff. Collectible. Okay. I'd be afraid. I think I'd be afraid that I wouldn't come back to it, Ethan, to be perfectly honest. And honestly, it's a big part of my income. So since I'm an independent artist, and I kind of need that. For now, I have to keep it up. So, which is okay. I mean, I can do plenty, and I can repeat myself a little bit. I mean, I'm done, 1,600 drawings or something like that now. So, I think I can dig back in the archives and repeat myself a little bit. Oh, you found a place that sells smooth on resin. That's great.
Yeah. I don't know how expensive it is because I don't know what the Australian dollar is worth in US dollars, but they have smooth cast.
Oh, thanks for popping in, Sharp-Tooth Snail.
Bye, Sharp-Tooth. Sharp-Tooth.
Sharp-Tooth. Hopefully you will be back. But have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. Here, this is for you. Guys, if you're just joining us, it is Kaiju time on Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. And I'm drawing a Kaiju monster. So, Kesha's putting some salt in Kevin's mouth. Salt? That's crazy. Crazy,
well,
I said.
He's not going to have a happy time unless he wants
Crazy. Oh man, a throwback month. That's actually kind of an interesting idea, Ethan. I was looking back at... I actually put a pile of my sketchbooks away today. Like old sketchbooks. And there was some interesting stuff in there. Definitely way different than what I'm doing now. But I'm having a hard time with that backhand. I'm liking what's happening there. I think I'm going to hide that thumb entirely.
I mean, you're right about Weta being in New Zealand. I mean, obviously,
yeah, they have to.
They buy this stuff in huge quantities, I'm sure, but
right.
There's got to be some distributor somewhere that has stuff. Because I'm sure they go through just barrels of the stuff.
Well, I think they use tons of silicone. I know that.
I mean, I'm sure they use resins for prop casting and prototyping and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ethan. Yeah, this guy is a little bit like some of the older kaiju. A lot of the kaiju I've been drawing in the past year or so have been they've been pretty like stocky and compact. So I thought I'd make one that was a little more snake-like. Yeah, that's one thing that when I go back and look at my work, and I've looked at a lot of artists that are, like lowbrow, like pop surrealist artists and stuff that I've known for a long time. Some have like not changed very much at all, and that like they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're really good artists, but they haven't changed at all, and it makes me wonder like, is that good or bad? I don't know.
Like, are you worried that there's something wrong with you because you don't?
Yeah, I pivot a lot. Like I've pivoted so many times in my career, and I think that's why I started doing these kaiju, because I wanted to do something. I wanted to just like demarcate something that was very different from what I was doing day to day, so that it wouldn't be jarring to people. It's like, oh, this is just one facet of what I do. But yeah, I don't know if it's because I get bored or I just see something that I want to do more. I mean, sometimes I feel like it could be a detriment to my career doing that too much. But I don't know. It seems like people are cool with it, like, so far.
I mean, I think as long as you keep reminding people who you are and what you do and keep going back to the things that they know,
yeah,
they won't forget.
D'Artagnan, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The sad bear cub. Does that sound familiar?
Sad bear cub. I mean, you've only done 9,000 drawings, so.
He said that's a really old one. I think I know which one you're talking about. He looks. I think I know which one you're talking about.
You don't do much sad stuff.
No, I try not to. It makes me upset when I do sad ones. So I don't want to do sad ones anymore. I did a lot of sad stuff for a while there, but my life got better. So there you go. So Josiel, oh sorry, so you gotta leave, girl asleep. Hopefully you'll be back.
Yeah, we'll see you.
It was good seeing you. Thank you so much for popping in. Your friend says he looks like he's farting. I think I know which one you're talking about, D'Artagnan. So Josiel, the 326 is really good for pieces that like have difficult areas. I'm trying to think. We used that for Amanda had these horns that were like twisty,
yeah.
and the pour spout we actually put it up at the very tip of the horn.
It was a real weird design.
And we had to use that stuff because you had to pour it in and then let it settle, and then pour more in and let it settle. So, hey Mary, welcome. Well, maybe this will help. So we had to just keep pouring in and letting it settle so it wouldn't kick too fast. And you have plenty of working time with that. I think it's like 10 or 20 minutes or something like that.
There's a long work time. The only thing is, I don't know how much you do with embedding stuff.
Yeah.
It's not good for embeds like any kind of like glitter or anything like that.
It'll sink.
Yeah, because it's liquid too long. It doesn't kick fast enough, so all the little bits kind of sink down to the bottom or top, depending on how your mold is.
But the demold time is longer too because it stays pliable. So you gotta really let it set for a long time until it gets nice and firm.
It stays kind of, both the 325 and the 326 stay kind of gummy for a long time.
Yeah.
The 326 stays gummy for a long time.
Well, Mary, since you're here and you haven't seen this yet, it's Kaiju time on Thursday, so it's my new intro for Kaiju time. I get tired of calling it Kaiju Thursday because Kaiju Friday on Instagram is Kaiju Friday, so I'm just calling it, it's Kaiju time.
Do you think Mary has had a crazy few days?
I think she has, and you know what? I'm giving her the bird again. Giving you the bird! Hello, Jade Emerald. Welcome back. Yeah, Josiel, it's good to like play around with different types of like hardnesses of resin and setting times, and not one is going to do the same job as others, and you probably know that already. You do a lot of casting. So it's sort of the same thing with silicones. Like if you're casting something more flexible, you want to use a harder silicone. And if you're casting something that is harder to get out, you use a more flexible silicone. So we use 15 sometimes when we're trying to kind of. I actually use dragon skin sometimes because I'm trying to invert the mold completely.
15's crazy. It's like a marshmallow.
15 is so weird because it's like a really squishy marshmallow.
So the bear that D'Artagnan was talking about is the one that looks like this.
Yeah, I knew which one. He's too sad. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mary. That is a rough week. Well, I hope we can cheer you up a little bit. So, Spencer's back. Welcome, Spencer. That's for you, Spencer. Hey, Spencer, we cooked an entire chicken in the Instant Pot, and it was amazing. Oh, thank you.
So not counting depressurization time.
Yeah.
You can cook a 4-pound chicken in 25 minutes.
It was crazy.
Which is amazing.
It was crazy how easy that was. Oh, man. Had to go. Oh, man, everybody's so sick. Man, you guys gotta get better. Get better.
That time of year.
I'm sending out good vibes to everybody.
Yeah, whenever your kids come over on the weekend, I'm just like, oh, gonna get sick. Not too bad, though.
No. I think we both got a little bit sick, but it wasn't too bad. Oh, Spencer, so, what I did was, I made like a rub for the chicken using oil and paprika and salt and pepper, and something else, I can't remember what it was. Oh, garlic and ginger. And butter. That's what it was. It wasn't oil. And then I rubbed the whole thing down, and then I seared all the sides, and then I added I want to say it was half a cup of chicken stock, and then just closed the whole thing up. That was it. Yeah, Spencer, I was wondering why you were commenting on an old episode, but it's okay. I don't know everything about Twitch either, and I use it, so there we go. Man, mashed potatoes in 5 minutes.
That sounds like...
Yeah, we haven't... Amanda loves mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes.
So, would you say you love it?
I love it.
I love it.
Mashed potatoes, I'm looking this up, Mary. I mean, you gotta cut the potatoes.
Yeah, Spencer, I got notifications for all of your comments. That's why I commented back to one of them. Yeah, somebody actually said they were like, "Hey, I think there's something wrong with the time zones on Twitch," and they showed me a picture of a notice that I put up on Twitch on Monday, saying I was going live in 10 minutes. I'm like, well, It's still accurate, but like 4 days ago. Hey, we're all learning together. I'm still fumbling through Twitch, so, I feel like every time I make a mistake on something, I learn something really valuable, so I never scoff at mistakes. I think they're important to life.
Wait.
Are you looking at potato recipes?
You don't cut the potatoes.
What? You put a whole potato in there?
Yes. You peel them, you put them in, you put water on them, with some salt, you cook them for 20 minutes, and then they're ready to mash.
Guys,
12 minutes.
You just got to hear Amanda be shook.
12 minutes.
You don't cut the potatoes, guys.
Dude, 12 minutes ready to mash. That's awesome.
Oh, Spencer was watching an old stream and thought that it was live.
Oh no!
And thought we were being rude by not ignoring him. But he got to see us talk about katsu curry.
Oh.
So yeah, we made an amazing katsu curry.
I'm making mashed potatoes this weekend.
Yes. Oh, do you want to try that recipe with the gravy inside? The twice baked.
Wait, guys, I'll find
mashed potatoes.
Hold on.
It was on
Was it on
Tasty Japan, BuzzFeed Tasty Japan. So you take gravy and you freeze it into an ice cube, and then you mash the potatoes, and then you put them in a piping bag, and then you make like a mound around them, and then you freeze the whole thing, and then you put an egg wash on it, and then you bake it, and it comes out, and you cut it, and then it has gravy inside. Guys, it's food talk with Chris and Amanda.
That takes a lot because you have to freeze the gravy.
Who cares?
I know, I'm just saying, you can't...
Do you want the potatoes or not?
You can't just whip that up. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, speaking of food, I bought myself, and I'm really excited about this, guys. I bought myself a brand new salad spinner the other day. And it wasn't a cheap salad spinner, but Amanda said, I said, should I buy it? And she said, every time you use the salad spinner, you complain about it. And that was enough for me, because I hate sounding like the guy who complains. So I bought myself a new salad spinner. I know that's how you know when you're like the most boring adult ever, is when you get excited about a salad spinner, but there you go. Spencer says, Amanda, you just tell Chris that you would like potatoes prepared in that special, in that super complicated fashion. That's exactly it.
Yeah, me and your children would enjoy that. Maybe we should do that this weekend.
I'm fine with that. And we have to find a new batter recipe for taiyaki.
Taiyaki, that's right.
We need to find a picture of taiyaki. Put it up on the screen. Taiyaki. So we had taiyaki in Japan several times. Not the band. Several times. If you guys know if you guys watch Gravity Falls, you'll know that joke. And I think every time it's been good. There was definitely a couple different variations on it, but the custard taiyaki, it's like a little custard filled
like
pancake in the shape of a fish.
A Thai.
It's a Thai. Which is what, a bream?
It's a sea bream, yeah, I think.
It's the only thing in Japan that's shaped like a fish that isn't made of fish. That's awesome, Mary. She said her husband used a 3D printer to make a part to fix your salad spinner.
That's great.
That's really great. So I think our problem is we had a terrible IKEA salad spinner. It was really cheap.
Like if you're in your first apartment or whatever.
Yeah, but we're adults, man.
Yeah.
And I like to I like to put a robust spin on my salad, and that just wasn't handling the amount of rotation that I needed. It would start spinning, and then it would get bound up on the side, and it would be like meow. But this one goes so fast it has a brake. Like it literally has a button that stops it.
Salad brake.
It sounds going so fast. Oh, thank you so much, Kesho. I'm glad that you mentioned it because it's Kaiju time, everybody. I worked very hard on that today. I'm gonna get my money's worth out of that.
I'm working on a secret project for a friend.
What?
I can't tell you about it.
Oh my gosh.
This friend right here.
Oh no.
I don't think this friend is on our stream right now, but I don't want to chance it.
Okay. Hey guys, have you ever heard Amanda play the penny whistle?
Oh, shush your mouth.
I'm not saying that she can or can't play the penny whistle. I'm just asking if you've ever heard it.
I think they're all going to hear you play the penny whistle soon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, have you ever heard Amanda play the penny whistle? She's much better than that. She's just being a smart aleck.
I think I was in the wrong key. There we go.
Like an angel, she is. Like an angel.
I'm a musician.
She can play more than that, though. She's being very, very coy over there.
It's been a while.
Modest. Are you feeling uncomfortable? You're too rusty?
I'm really rusty. I mean, I'm not uncomfortable playing in front of people. I'm just uncomfortable with my atrophied skill from years upon years of not playing the penny whistle.
I think you should give it another shot.
What would you like to hear?
That song that you were playing today.
I can't.
She just looked over at me like with drunk eyes and just went, I can't.
I'm not drunk.
She's not drunk though. Did you just learn that? Guys, that was amazing.
You're welcome.
Oh, that was awesome. Is that what you were learning over there?
A little bit.
I hope you guys picked up on that. Oh, thank you so much, D'Artagnan. Yeah, he's got a pretty good left hand there. I think it's because I actually foreshortened it. It's coming towards you. Thank you so much for learning.
You're very welcome.
I hope everybody heard that.
A million birds outside were strutting while I was doing that. Whatever birds are left.
Can you play your Ren Fair music?
No, because that's the stuff that I'm really rusty on.
Oh.
I need to get a little better.
I think you should play it tonight.
Let me get better.
And then you can come back and show everybody how much you've improved.
No.
Okay.
But Beyonce's better.
Beyonce is
than
better.
any like huzzah music that I can possibly play.
Check out my profile on Beyonce.
Here,
Play it again,
I'll
Amanda
do
Louise
something
Spade.
vaguely medieval.
No, you should play that. Play that again first.
But I wish I had the bird. I wish we could time it up.
Here, just tell me.
He won't start. No, because he won't start at the beginning.
Okay, yeah,
Remember,
that's true.
he's endlessly looping.
Yeah. That was amazing. Ethan wants you to play My Heart Will Go On. I hope you've seen that video too, Ethan.
How does that go? Is that how it goes?
Yes. So she can play by ear too, by the way, guys. She's endlessly talented. This one.
I'll learn. You know what? Okay. By the next, maybe not the next stream, but next week, I'll learn something and I'll play it.
Okay.
So that's the deal.
You're not gonna play the medieval tune?
Here, I'll. What was I gonna play?
It's okay if you don't want to.
I can't remember. I know like 3 goofy medieval ones, and I can't think of which one to play. been a while.
Huzzah!
Years. It's called Fuji, Fuji, Fuji.
Oh, another flagon.
Yeah. Huzzah!
Good job.
I'm glad that you can't see me. That makes it way better for me.
No, she always does that. She'll pick up an instrument and she goes, "How does that go?" And then she'll just play it. She did it with the ukulele the other day,
My
too.
My family's real musical, okay?
I wasn't saying that was like a bad thing. Because you didn't see my new eraser.
Does it still have the dingy boingy on it? Yeah.
It's not my new eraser. This came in the mail with something that Amanda bought, and I put it on her Apple Pencil, and she didn't like it.
Because we couldn't get it off. Well, also, it seriously changed the weight of my Apple Pencil.
D'Artagnan wants to know how crazy in love everyone is with this.
Crazy in love?
Yeah. This stream's getting crazy. Guys, if it gets too obnoxious, just let me know. I wouldn't want to ruin. It's Kaiju time.
Over and over. Is that like number 6?
It might be more. It might be like 10 by now. Yeah, if it's getting too over the top, I want to keep you guys coming back. Not scare you away with Beyonce. Do you think I'm gonna get dinged for copyright on YouTube?
I don't know. You're only playing
for like 1 second of that.
2.5 seconds of it. So I don't think so. I hope not.
I also noticed that like the camera, I'm always out of the camera. Jade Emerald said, "Never. I didn't realize how much I needed this." Some of us never leave, Chris. It's true. I may or may not be trying to drive you away. Yeah, I think everybody in the Critter Crew should learn the penny whistle, and then we'll all go to a Renaissance fair, and we'll all play a giant like orchestra. But they're all in different keys.
So here's Mandy's a huge nerd story that I'm actually going to share in public on the internet.
Do I know this story?
I don't know if you do or not. So there is this band called the New World Renaissance Band, and my ex-husband and I sort of like half followed them around a little bit. They played a bunch of like medieval fairs and stuff. I think I first saw them with my mom, and they're really, really good. I have a bunch of their CDs, and like they were playing like one of their last performances.
Oh no!
They were the band that like at the medieval fair they would always like close out the fair for that day, and like everyone was invited to go. And I went to this like closeout, and it was this really like heartfelt, like, you know, we're all together and everything's great sort of song. Like I'll find it anyway. So you know, everyone's dressed in like all this medieval garb, and like everyone's got ale in these tankards, and they're all like, you know, clanking their tankards together, and it's like being on the set of like the dorkiest medieval play, and I totally freaking like started crying.
Oh no!
Because it was very emotional, and it just seemed very like living a movie. It was very cool.
Would you say you were having eye drama?
I don't know if tearing up and misty is eye drama, but sure, I was having a little bit of eye drama. So there you go. That's how dorky I actually
Wow. Am. I don't know if that's dorky.
It's pretty dorky.
Listen, the power of music.
It's real dorky.
You can't touch music, but music can touch you.
In a dorky way.
Oh no, Britain Puppy Cat, you are so late, but you know what? At least you're here, and you know what you're here for? You know, I might say that it's crazy how late you are. It's just crazy. I feel like you missed everything. Because you know what? It's Kaiju time! So I wonder why people weren't getting their notifications.
For the stream?
Yeah. I wonder if it's because I screwed up.
You faked it out?
Yeah, I accidentally faked everybody out. Oh, and also, you missed the new Amanda sighting GIF. Made some improvements tonight, Britt. I blame myself. I accidentally started streaming for about 5 seconds because I was testing all this stuff out. And Amanda got a notification early, so I wonder if that's what happened. Oh no, you just saw them all. That was it. That was the only thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I screwed everybody up because I was so excited about all the new features.
Keep playing them over and over again.
I even recorded them to see, because when I'm looking at OBS, which is the streaming software that I use, I can't hear the audio, so I have to record it, and I had to record it and hear it just so I could hear what the levels were at, because I didn't want to blow everybody out with Godzilla during It's Kaiju. Well, I know it's going off, but I can't hear it. Brett, you're not the worst. I've met people slightly worse than you. It's true. I was contemplating doing this guy in Copic, but it's actually kind of nice to draw all these details in pencil again. Yeah, it's true. If you guys don't know, could you put up the link to my YouTube channel, please? Yeah. If you guys didn't know, because I'm not a partner on Twitch, it does not save all of my archived streams. So I have been saving them and putting them up on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch them, they're not all there. A lot of them are there. I just put up 2. I'm going to put up another one tomorrow. I'm trying to spread them out a little bit. How are the resins coming along? I haven't touched resin at all.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's really frustrating because I'm doing a lot of stupid busy work. And Irk is hosting. Thank you so much. I'm doing a lot of stupid administrative work right now, and I'm doing some financial stuff and catching up on some file management, and it's really annoying because I haven't made anything in a while, and it's really starting to bother me. So I gotta get to it, but they will be probably for sale in February. Wait, which song do you have on constant loop? Is it this one? Would it be that one that you have in constant loop? Because it's every 20 minutes lately since Amanda showed me that video. I just go.
Great how he does that. I love it.
There you go. Now it's happened to you guys.
I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah. You all have to suffer. Oh, Crazy by Patsy Cline. Yeah, I was singing that one the other day. I've sung that a bunch of times, and you never knew what song it was.
I know it now. I think also when you sing in a funny voice.
I do sing in a funny voice.
So I have a hard time, figuring out what you're singing.
I have a really low voice.
You have a fine voice, you just don't have confidence.
I have a low singing voice, and I can't hit all the songs I want to sing in a low singing voice. I have to sing in a funny falsetto monster voice.
No, there's an R2-D2 bird
that you guys will never hear.
I'm going to turn this up so Chris can hear it.
Oh no. That's amazing.
It's cute.
He's a budgie. Wow, he's got it down. Oh man, I want a budgie that sounds like R2-D2.
He's got all the sounds.
He does. Does he have like the meow sound?
Probably. And this video goes on for 2 more minutes. There we go.
Oh man, I want an R2-D2 bird.
His name is Bluey. We taught Bluey how to do R2-D2, and now he drives us crazy.
Okay, I don't want an R2-D2 bird. Guys, I don't want a bird. I love birds. I used to have a bird. Actually, I think I had 2 birds when I was a kid. Birds live a really long time, and I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. I'm not even sure if I'm ready for that kind of commitment it takes to deal with Amanda.
Wait, what?
That's not true. I have kids.
I don't live that long.
I've had them for like 17 years now. Yeah, that bird's very talented. He's like a lyre bird.
They're amazing. Forever.
Yeah, always in your head. Sorry, I got real quiet for a second there.
Oh, and awkward.
What? I had that brain stoppage thing.
Awkward.
The thing where I like realize what I'm doing. I'm like, oh wait, I can't think of anything.
Awkward.
There's a bird that makes a zipper sound too. Oh man, is it just gonna be YouTube link
I gotta watch a zipper bird.
stream forever? That's pretty good too.
Just like zippers.
We had a like tape that we would play for our bird, and he learned all the songs.
Should I find the silly walk?
Yes, I have seen the teddy or the porcupine.
I'll post it.
Okay, I have it right
Get
to
it queued up. You should post it because he's the best. Oh my god. This is a sound on, guys.
Yeah, you gotta turn your sound on and just watch it. You gotta just wait for it. This is for you guys. You're welcome. If you don't start laughing, there's something wrong with your heart. I'll let you just absorb that. But the funny thing is that they don't actually walk like that. Like he's just being a jerk.
I just love the off camera, like and you just hear him coming.
Just right by your head.
So, when I was a kid, I woke up in the middle of the night and I kept hearing this like.
Okay.
But like in a crinkly way.
Okay.
At the foot of my bed.
Oh no.
And I was terrified. What was actually happening, because I willed myself to get up and turn the light on, my hamster had gotten out of the cage.
Oh no.
And I had been putting together a plastic kite on the ground before I went to bed, and he was just like running back and forth on the plastic kite, just making this like.
That's awesome. I was watching my aunt's cat, and her cat was really, really like ornery and kind of a jerk, and she couldn't go into the rest of the house because we had a dog, and the dog and her would have fought. So we had to keep her in my bedroom. Okay. And I didn't have any like night lights or anything in my room. It was like dead, like pitch black. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and right next to my face, I just heard, and the cat was so mad. And I snore, so I'm sure that's what was making the cat upset. But I couldn't see anything.
Oh no!
So I just like slowly pulled the sheets up over my face because I was afraid she was just gonna pounce on my face. But she was really aggressive.
Man.
But yeah, that totally freaked me out. Because I literally couldn't see her at all. I could just hear her growling at me. Oh, good night, Josiel.
Hi, Josiel. I'll see you next time. Hopefully.
Glad to see you're back.
Forever.
Best.
Yeah, that's a super violent sound.
Tuesday? No, Monday. We stream on Monday, Josiel. Come on. Get it together. Oh, it's the worst. I'm going to sneeze on stream.
Oh, do it.
Nope, didn't happen because I talked about it. It still might happen. My sneezes are very bombastic, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I've never sneezed on stream. Yeah, that cat was I like cats. That cat was not a nice cat. So I blame the owner. It's my aunt. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Doing it again.
Oh, what are you taking pictures over there?
I'm taking pictures.
Oh yeah, so something we realized when we were in Japan is that the phones in Japan, it's illegal to manufacture them so that they can mute the camera sound.
And also like burst mode is
it's always on.
Enabled. So all you hear at like tourist sites, like we went to some shrines and we went to hike a mountain that are like, big popular tourist destinations. It's like you just hear the iPhone.
Right, we're like jewel thieves though. Like we like to make sure nobody even knows we're there.
But we don't have Japanese phones.
But we don't have Japanese phones, so.
Oh no, a night blind cat.
Oh no. Oh no. No, that doesn't sound good. They don't know they have knives on their feet.
Yeah, oops.
Oh, poor thing.
She doesn't know the difference between your limbs and some blankets.
No.
Nor does she care.
Keep getting quiet. Sorry.
Weird. Awkward.
Well, we're getting close to the end. We're in the home stretch here. I have to do a bunch more shading now. Oh man, a 30-pound cat.
That's a lot of cat.
That's a lot of cat. Oh.
I'll be back.
I almost missed my opportunity there.
Just waiting.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, guys, I have all these videos up on YouTube, and I've tried to cut them all so that they start pretty close to the actual start of the stream. Some of the earlier ones anyway, are not trimmed properly, so there's like a long space of time before the video starts. So I apologize for that, but the newer ones are a little bit better. Yeah, Derek, I made tons of Twitch upgrades today. There's one more thing I gotta do. That one's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's been stuff that's been bothering me. So, oh my gosh, that cat sounds like it's got all kinds of things not normal. It's very compact and very heavy.
Aww.
And can't see at night.
Aww.
That sounds like Amanda's kind of cat.
Poor thing.
Hello, Jesus. I'm gonna pronounce things the way I want from now on. Poorly. I like starting off with OMG though. That's kind of how like I brand things. I always start with like oh my god or OMG or LOL or check it out. I think what did I write on the back of my my coloring book? I wrote, "Can you even believe it?" Chris Ryniak finally made a coloring book. I always write stuff like that, and I think on the packaging for the pins, doesn't it say like "wow" or something?
It does. I'm borrowing your phone.
Okay.
I need to look up an address that I know you have.
Okay.
I won't mess up anything.
Oh, fan from Saskatchewan. Thank you so much for our friendly neighbors to the north. Enjoying good health care and
politeness.
Politeness. Not warm weather. Milk in a bag. Right? Am I right? You have milk in a bag, right?
They still do that.
Do they still sell milk in a bag in Canada? I grew up in Detroit, so I used to go to Canada a lot. We would go camping up in Canada, up in Ontario mostly. So not sure if it's still that way. Oh no, we're gonna see the Nightblind kitty.
Oh, that's a great bill. That's a great picture.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez,
gigantic.
Huge. Oh my god.
Milk in a bag.
So much cat.
So my limited knowledge of Canada, from what I remember, I haven't been back in a while. I think the last time I went to Montreal and ate poutine, of course, because that's what you do when you go to Montreal. I remember KFC had onion nuggets. I don't know why we went to KFC. This was not. I was along for the ride with my parents. Yeah, so you get your milk in a bag rather than a carton, and then you put it inside a pitcher. It's just a thing, I guess. Yeah, it is a lot less waste, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I also noticed when driving into Quebec that there was a very, very clear demarcation between everything being in English and then everything being in French.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was very glad for having, at the time I had a Garmin in my car for GPS navigation, because I was listening to that. I couldn't read any of the signs.
Well, we don't fit the America stereotype either, so don't feel bad. We don't watch NASCAR.
Yeah.
We're not into sports. We don't listen to country music. We're not.
Yeah.
We don't have an American flag hanging anywhere on our property.
I do love barbecue though.
Yeah.
I love barbecue. I don't like football. I don't watch football. I don't watch sports. Yeah, it was funny. You were talking to your parents about Super Bowl, right?
Well, they're having a Super Bowl party, and I'm like, I don't know anything about football. To which my mom says, it doesn't matter. I don't either. We just like to eat.
Yeah, I like to eat too. Good. I mean, if you
I know about snacks.
If you use it as an excuse to just hang out, like that's fine. But Yeah, man, I can't get down with it. I just can't.
Uh-oh. What's your Saskatchewan
What's the Saskatchewan thing?
Bunny hugs?
Bunny hugs? Is that only a Saskatchewan thing? Because we can start that up here.
I was going to say, we can spread that.
I have children that go to schools, and they can totally, like, start influencing the youth of America. Guys, you heard it here first. We're going to start calling hoodies bunny hugs. Unless you want to keep it for yourself.
It's only a Saskatchewan. Do you have any idea where that came from?
It's amazing. I don't remember the pronunciations. It was many years ago. I want to say it was like 15 years ago. Jade Emerald, yeah, we're noticing that too. Oh, so when we were in Tokyo at Tokyo Comic Con, the only time, because I don't speak Japanese, the only time I would hear people talking, I would like actually hear the words, was when they were speaking English, and it was usually like, I think it was a lot of, I could be wrong, but I believe it was a lot of military personnel that were there for Tokyo Comic Con, American military personnel. Not that this is a stereotype for the military. This is just that's just an observation. But the only time I could understand what people are saying, they're speaking American, and they were all being rude and loud and complaining about the prices of our pieces. Like, literally every time. And I would turn around and they were just being tactless and rude.
Do you think you heard them because they were speaking a language you understood?
Yes, that's the only reason why I heard them.
That's the thing. Like, I have no idea what any of the other people were saying because I don't speak Japanese.
Right.
And Kesha, yes, a plane did just go over our house.
Yeah, we live in a flight path, so... But we definitely notice when we get on the plane back to America that's full of Americans.
Oh, it's way louder than the way there.
Boy, is it culture shock. Because when we're on the plane going to Japan and it's full of Japanese people, they sit still, quietly, like church mice, and they never get up.
Yeah, no one
and they don't make any sound. Even the babies don't cry.
It freaks me out. It's like, how can you not get up to go to the bathroom on a 14-hour flight?
Yeah. I
don't understand. If there's like bladder training or something that I'm not doing correctly.
We need to work on bladder training, 2018. Then we need to like play Eye of the Tiger. Oh, you have my phone. That's
bladder training. Bladder training.
Did you just remix bladder training?
I did.
For all I know, there's plenty of Japanese people complaining about the prices of ours, but Twitch ad. Is it playing in the middle? That's weird. That's pretty funny. Spencer said they waited until you went to the bathroom and everyone else quickly cycled through. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think that's another thing. I think I feel like Japan is quiet because I can't read anything, and I just look at billboards and they don't say anything to me. They're just shapes and colors, you know. So as I start learning Japanese, I'll start hearing more and start seeing more, and then I'll be like, man, Japan's loud. But man, get on a train in Japan and you will see that it is not loud. People don't talk on trains at all. See, Derek was there, so there we go. The Jesus, I stream twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. But Thursday is always Kaiju Chai. I feel like I need to have So, Derek, I'm glad you made that observation too. I just noticed, like, I would hear it, out of the side of my ear. I could hear them complaining, and I'm no stranger to that. I mean, people always want to know, like, why is this expensive? Why does this cost so much? You know,
it's fair.
It's fair. I mean, but a lot of times they're kind of tactless about it. Like they're just being like crappy about it. And sometimes you can kind of educate them as to why. But for the most part, I just kind of let it pass. But oh my god, it's getting so bad. Guys, I'm becoming such a crabby old man about where I live. And I had to apologize to Amanda because, like, it was nice outside today, and it hasn't been nice outside. And the first thing I start hearing is, like, kids on electric and gas-powered vehicles riding. We don't live in like, the country. We live in a suburb. And, you start hearing like them screaming, kids just screaming constantly, and I'm just getting so like crazy about it that all I can do is just daydream constantly about moving to the country. But I gotta stop because I know it's gonna be a while before we can move. But boy, I'm becoming such a crab. I apologize, Amanda.
Ooh, a Zelly cat. That's the best. I'll read it since it's long.
Okay, read it, please.
I was in Montreal for a show with a friend. I'm bilingual, but my friend only spoke English, so we were speaking English. There were two girls behind us, bad-mouthing the fact that we were speaking English. They ended up going to the same venue as us. Made another remark, and I just decided to respond to them in French.
Oh.
Their expressions. It was priceless.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, I know in Montreal they are very, very split on the language there. Like, I know, like, it's actually split halfway through, like geographically, to the east and west. I think to the west they speak English and French, but to the east, like the east side of Montreal City, they very much don't like you to speak English at all. So, it's interesting how divided it is, but that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's time for that artist commune in the woods. Yeah, it'd be a commune of two, Amanda and I.
That's the saddest commune.
I'm just waiting for when, like, the Amazon drones can deliver stuff to us. Food, everything. Although I'm going to have chickens and goats, and I'm going to have a gigantic farm. And it's going to be awesome.
I'm looking forward to the goats. I want a dog.
We can have a dog and a cat and goats and chickens and lots of crops. It's going to be great. We're going to have a grain mill, and we're going to have a water wheel, a windmill. We're going to have all the things.
That's awesome, Derek.
That is great, Derek. See, we need more people like you that understand why things are expensive. Like we I think we're too close to it. There was one guy. I actually I've never really encountered this. There was one guy who was so rude.
Which guy was that?
You didn't see him. You were drawing and talking.
Oh, that's
good. And he just came right up with like a sour look on his face, and he goes, "Why are these so expensive?" And I'm like, and I kind of explained to him, I said, well, they're all one of a kind, and we've built a long career and blah blah blah. And then he's like, well, I've never heard of you. I'm just like,
that is what
record scratch. And I actually said, well, I'm sorry, I can't help you then. I didn't have anything else to say. I don't know what you're supposed to say to that. It was like, well, you're clearly already upset, so there's nothing more I can do for you. And I think I turned away from him when he did that. Like, I don't know what to do with you. Again, American guy, too.
Man, crazy.
Yep. Make your own cheese and weave your own cloth. Yeah. Amanda would totally get a loom and weave her own cloth.
I'm going to weave my own cheese. So I got a reply to something. on Twitter. I think it's the video that I posted yesterday.
Okay.
I'd like to read it. I'm not going to say who it's by.
Read it.
For protection. It says this. I'm just going to say how it is written. H. Wine glass. U H F U U F J D C J C J J J D B C.
Did somebody like sit on their phone?
That's kind of what it looks like.
That's awesome. That's a great comment.
I don't know whether or not I should say something or just let it sit.
That's a great comeback. Well, I've never heard of you either. You know, are you talking about this bird gif? I'm not sure which bird gif you're talking about. I don't really know which one you're talking about. What were you saying?
This person seems like they seem like a perfectly normal individual.
Maybe it was an accident.
So,
that's a pretty good one though. I love those. There's like, what happened to you?
I'm gonna reply with a wine glass.
Yeah. Are you okay? Ask that one back.
Here's a wine glass.
See, we've never been to Europe. We want to go. I'm starting to really want to go to France now.
Is it all the Chef's Table?
Oh my gosh, we've been watching so much Chef's Table. I really want to go to France. Most of the places I want to go is food related and countryside related, right?
Yeah.
Although we watched that one about Slovenia. That place looked amazing.
Oh my gosh, Slovenia is
Has anybody
beautiful.
ever been to Slovenia? Because it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, Kaiju. Maybe the bird just tapped out a reply with its beak.
Yeah. Well,
my guess is that was a butt reply.
Well, we're gonna try to go to England and Wales possibly this year. We're gonna try. July maybe.
Be awesome.
See, the thing is, I think I want to go to countries and go to the countryside and just kind of not go to the city. I'm done with cities. Cities are kind of like, they kind of feel the same everywhere I go. I want to see old parts of cities. Like I want to see old parts of, Paris and like I'd love to see old parts of London and stuff, like the stuff that's not become a metropolis. I'm sort of done with that.
Night, D'Artagnan.
Good night, D'Artagnan. Thank you so much.
I have a quick interjection.
Yes.
For you. This is a not exciting to anybody else thing.
Okay.
Currently at the Akron Art Museum.
Yes.
There's an Ed Emberley exhibit. Yeah, we should go.
Is it thumbprints?
Jordan from Horrible Adorables posted something.
What?
Yeah.
Ed Emberley?
Ed Emberley.
Okay, if you guys don't know who Ed Emberley is, you need to look him up. He wrote all the thumbprint books. I had all of them as a kid.
I had all of them as well.
Ben had all of them too. He does all the little tiny things. They're great books. Grecian toilet talk. That's awesome. See, I'd love to go to Ireland, but I regularly go to Germany. Yeah, there's all kinds of Europe that I've never been to. Mostly all of it. Do you know when the show is up until?
I will find out.
Oh, that's so great. I love that museum. We've been there a couple times. They had the high fructose show down there, and then we went for that giant inflatable thing too.
Yeah.
We really got to keep an eye on that museum.
I know.
I'm pretty bad about not paying attention to what happens around us.
I'm looking.
Okay. That was a great interjection, by the way.
Thought you should know.
Thank you. Guys, I guess we're going to go see the Ed Emberley exhibition.
We missed them, unfortunately. Ed and Barbara Emberley were there.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
It's okay. I wonder how old Ed Emberley is nowadays.
Oh. Well, it's there until July. We have time.
Oh, great. That's a long time for an exhibition.
Yeah. That's great.
Huh. Yeah, we should totally go. I had so many books that were like really, I guess kind of formed me as an artist when I was a kid. Those and all the Mercer Mayer's Tiny Critter books. I love those so much. I would always check those out at the library. I didn't own a lot of books when I was a kid. I just checked a ton of them out. And at my elementary school, we had this really awesome thing that you could make your own books, and they would actually put them in the collection. So there was a collection in the school library that was all books made by kids that went to the school. So you could go in and check out other people's books. It was really, really cool.
Huh. Gary Larson, the author?
I love how like there's no context for what you just said.
Sorry, it's Kessler just wrote something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking.
Gary Larson wrote Hatchet and Dog Song. Such well-loved middle school required reading books such as Hatchet and Dog Song.
Gary Larson of Far Side?
Oh, I'm thinking of Gary Larson, the author.
Well, Gary Larson is a...
There's two Gary Larsons.
Oh, Gary Larson or Gary Lawson?
Larson.
Well, Gary Larson wrote The Far Side.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
School for the Gifted.
See, I don't know names.
Well, we actually live very close to where, Bill Watterson lives, but nobody knows where. He's very, very, he's very elusive. We've been to the city that he lives in many times.
Gary Paulson.
Oh, you messed up.
I messed up.
You messed up. You are kicked off the stream. It's crazy how bad you are at that. Crazy.
Horrible.
Just so crazy.
Yeah, that's me, Kendra. School for the Gifted.
Boy, we are coming up on 2 hours, guys. I'm so sorry that this one was so long. Unless you wanted it to be long, in that case, you're welcome. I think I am almost done with this guy.
I think I gotta head out.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap this guy up in 1 minute. I might touch up his shadows afterwards. But you guys can see this guy on Instagram tomorrow morning, bright and early. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me right here on Instagram, right there. Our shop is back open. You can get coloring books and stickers and t-shirts and pins and all kinds of stuff. You can follow me on Patreon. Oh, and there's my smashed thumb. My bruise has seceded from my cuticle. It's broken away like Pangea.
A rice cracker thumb?
Yeah, like Pangea broke away. But thanks guys for hanging out. It was a good one. Thanks for hanging out for it's Kaiju time. And hopefully you guys have a crazy weekend. And I gotta thank Amanda for her penny whistle accompaniment and for keeping me in track while I complain. So good. Thanks everybody. I will see you Monday probably. So have a great weekend. Bye everybody. And I'll see you on Facebook, I guess. All right, goodbye.